Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to The Casual Puzzler, to a very exciting haul. I have been collecting these for the past month or so from different areas, and I thought I would just give you a haul video of all the puzzles that are entering my collection. Do I have space on my shelves? Absolutely not. My closet's full, everything's full. I guess I could like rearrange and add a few more to these shelves, but I think after this, and I say this all the time, but I really need to slow down on the buying because I'm not doing them as fast as they're coming in. Even though I'm doing a lot, they're just accumulating. So we are going to go over this haul today. This stack over here I got it Tuesday morning. This stack over here I did purchase online from different sources. So we're just gonna dive right in. If I can find any of these online, I'll link them down below, or I'll link the places where I got them down below. But let's just get into this because there's a lot of good ones here and there's a lot of interesting choices. So let's just get into this. So this pile over here, as I mentioned, is from Tuesday Morning, which is an interesting store, and it's hard to describe. It's like a surplus store where things can often be a lot cheaper, but some things aren't. So it's one of those places you just have to buy them when you're there because most likely they're not going to be there the next time you arrive. So these here are actually really decently priced for brand new puzzles. I was actually DM'd about Tuesday Morning and how they had Eeboo here. So I have some Eeboo puzzles, but I also discovered some other stuff. So we're just going to get into this. This one here is from a brand that I have not tried before. I feel like this is the brand that someone said they have a ton of images of, but their quality isn't very good. I didn't notice that until after I purchased it. So hopefully it's okay, but the image is super cute. So the brand is KI, and this one is called Vintage Kellogg's. It is 1,000 pieces. It was $6.99, and there is the image of it. So it is super cute with all these different vintage Kellogg cereal boxes. There was a ton from that brand there, but I only bought the one, which we'll see how the quality is. It's 1,000 pieces. It's a nice small box. One of my favorite cereals is actually Sugar Smacks, and there's like 3 or 4 different versions of their cereal boxes on this puzzle. I'm just excited for the image. We'll see how the quality is, but we'll see. I don't have like high expectations for that brand. The next one I have is by Mudpuppy, and I have like a love-hate relationship with Mudpuppy. I love their images. Their quality is like okay, you know, but for $6.99 I was like, might as well. So this one is called Llama Rama, and the image is so fun and quirky. I feel like it's going to be relatively easy. It's only 500 pieces. I'm not a huge fan of the quality of Mudpuppy. I feel like they're on the cheaper end. I often have like corners pilling up and paper pilling up, and they are all one style of puzzle piece. So not my favorite, but for quick evening, you know, while watching TV, I would totally do this puzzle. So $6.99, I thought, why not? The next one is also 500 pieces, and it's by the brand Spinmaster. I have done one already, which was in my 5 puzzles I did on vacation video, which is the same exact line of puzzles, but it was Euro Trip. Loved the puzzle. I did it with my mom, which is probably one of the reasons why I loved it so much. It was just super fun to puzzle with her. But I also didn't mind the quality. It reminded me of my Blockbuster puzzle, really like large surface area puzzle pieces, thin puzzle pieces, but in general I just enjoyed it. I remember it being crumbly though, if I remember correctly. So this one is from the same exact line, and I have high hopes. It's called Icelandic Adventure. And so there's the front, and there is the back. And the puzzle is very similar. You know, there's just a bunch of Polaroids. This one has a coffee cup and some glasses. It's definitely more of like a stylized photo, or the other one was just like Polaroids like crazy. I just really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the other one. It was just super quick and simple. Like, I like how it's a collage puzzle, but it's also kind of its own image, and it's just fun. And I also liked this one because it was Iceland, and that's like one of our bucket list places. So I don't know, I just liked it. The next 4 are by Eeboo, and Eeboo is another brand that I have like a love-hate relationship with. So I love how bright they are. I've had mixed experiences. I had one where it was like super amazing quality. I've had ones that it was a little bit more crumbly, had poor fit issues, but the images have always been super fun. So I'm excited to do them. This one is, all four are 1,000 pieces, and I just think the price point was just ridiculous. We had a few others, but I left them behind because they're either images I knew I wouldn't do, or I just wanted to be nice and like leave some behind. Maybe it just is me. But the first one here is called Cats at Work, and they were all $7.99 a piece, which is wild for an Eeboo puzzle. Normally they retail for around $23. And I'll show you the back so you can see it. Eeboo puzzle pieces are probably the glossiest that I've ever done, which is not my favorite, but the images are just so fun. Like, look at that one. Just bright and colorful. This one just really doesn't have any method to it, just kind of chaos, which I kind of like on occasion. This one's just a bunch of cats and a bunch of plants, all bright and colorful, just looks super fun and quirky. Totally thought I would love it. And so I thought, why not? It's just fun. It has like butterflies and different cat toys, and you guys know I'm just like a crazy cat lady. So I thought $7.99, definitely worth it. And then the second one I'm so excited for. Someone in the Facebook page had done it. Looks super cute. I'm so excited that I have it, and it is called Kind Dragon. Again, $7.99, but it's just so fun and bright, and you have this dragon. Gives me a lot of like Shrek vibes, you know. I like the little deer, I like the bird, I like the frog, I like the castle in the background. It's just super cute and sweet. Again, super bright, colorful, 1,000 pieces, and it is a square puzzle like the other. This one here I love. So this one is called Planet Earth, and for this one they actually used all endangered or threatened species for their image, which I really appreciate. I go to the zoo and safari park here all the time, so this one just like kind of made me excited. It says it uses critically endangered, or vulnerable species, and again, super bright and colorful, just kind of all the animals put together with the earth in the center. Loved the message. Just love how bright and colorful it is. It'd be cool if this one, I'm not sure if it does, but if this one had like a portion of its proceeds going towards like wildlife conservation. Totally making that up. I don't think they do that, but that would have been cool, you know? But this one I love. It's made in New York, so we have that one. Next, we have Hike in the Woods. This one reminds me of this guy from Greenbach. I have done this one, and very similar vibes. So this one I got at the San Diego Zoo, which you can't get on their website, but this one has very similar, again, kind of just vibes. So this one is called Hike in the Woods, and it is just very bright, very colorful, same color scheme, where it's like a ton of mushrooms, ton of trees, tons of animals. You have the hikers, just super nice. It gives me a lot of like fall vibes, even though most of the plants are like tropical, but I just like it. It is super fun and bright, and I feel like between this one and this one, these are my two. So either Planet Earth or this one are probably my favorite out of the Eeboo ones. And then the final two I have is from a brand I haven't done before. So this brand is usually $20 to $25 a piece. So I thought price was right. I liked a lot of their images. I only got two of them. One, a very interesting choice. So this one was $6.99. So it's from the brand Page Publications. And here we go. This one is called Farmhouse Kitchen, and it is just sweet. You know, it's just a nice image. I love the cat, love the dog, love like the vintagey vibes to it. I actually have that espresso maker. So it's just, I don't know, it just gave me warm fuzzies. It's 1,000 pieces, looks super bright and colorful, doesn't look super hard. No idea about the quality, but the box is really nice, and for $7 I thought, why not? And then we have this one, which I don't know what I was thinking, because it's not an image I would typically go for. It's pretty, and I feel like it would be one that would be a really pretty one to photograph, so maybe that's where I was going by. But this one is called Mountain Retreat. And as you can see, it's just like a nice pretty mountain scene. There's like a cottage with a moon and deer and animals. looks relatively dark, so I'm hoping puzzle pieces are pretty true to color, because sometimes when you look at an image and you're like, oh, that looks kind of dark, and then you look at the pieces that are even darker, it's like really hard to do. So we'll see. Like, I don't think this one is like hard to do. I just think it's the image is just like not my normal style, so I feel like I'll like get bored. Like puzzles like this image, which I know a lot of you really enjoy, and I totally understand like the appeal, but for me, I often just get bored, and so I don't know, it just doesn't keep my attention as much as like a bright, colorful like illustration does. But it's pretty, and I'm sure I will enjoy doing it. It's just one of those ones that like, I feel like it would take me a while to finish, just because I would step away on occasion, you know? So next, let's move into this pile here, which is all New York Puzzle Company puzzles. I am very excited for these. Again, a couple interesting choices. Have you guys seen their new advent calendars? Oh my gosh, I want both of them. There's two new ones. I did one last year for my Christmas series. They have two. One is by the same artist that I have here, and then the other one is a Harry Potter themed one. I put on my Instagram which one you guys want me to purchase. You guys were not helpful because it was pretty much like a 50-50 split, so I don't know which one to buy. I kind of am leaning towards more the Christmassy one than the Harry Potter one, just for image purposes. But please let me know down below if you are curious of me doing the advent calendar for this year. Totally gonna buy one of them, I just don't know which one. Again, leaning towards Christmas, but let me know. Anyways, so let's go over these puzzles. The first two are from their National Geographic line. Both are 500 pieces, so I don't think it's gonna be super tricky just because of piece count, but one, I don't know what I was thinking. So this one is called Ocean Life. And one, the box just is super fun. You know, super bright, colorful, definitely gives me National Geographic vibes. But again, it's called Ocean Life. It's just a really pretty ocean theme, you know? It's very bright, very colorful, more illustrated, love the image. And for 500 pieces, I feel like it's going to be pretty easy. This one, on the other hand, I don't know. Like, you thought the other one, like, I thought the other one was bad. This one, I don't know what I was thinking. Part of me, I'm trying to remember myself. This is like a month ago that I purchased these. I think I had a plan to glue this one for our guest room, because this one is like the same colors of our guest room, and it's pretty, and I could see it being like gorgeous to like actually glue, actually hang up, which I never do, but I feel like if I was gonna put in the effort to do this puzzle, that's what I would do, because I would never do it again. Okay, let me just show you what it is. It's called Heathered Highland Glen. Again, 500 pieces. It's not going to be impossible for me to do. It's just not going to be my favorite fun puzzle to do. So this image was actually taken in Scotland, and the purple is called Heather. Super pretty. Very, like, I love the sky. Like, that's the area that I'm like most excited to do out of this puzzle, is the sky. The purple flowers, I don't know, because when you look at it, it looks very blurry, so I feel like it's just gonna be like half the puzzle is just gonna be like a headache. The other half I'm gonna like, so I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I feel like it was having to do with more decor versus puzzle image, because it just looks hard. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But these three I'm so excited for. So this is the same artist that has one of the advent calendars, and I think I was leaning, and so I was looking at their new puzzles, and that's what all three of these are. They're from their new collection with the artist Janet Hill. Again, Janet Hill also does the advent calendar, and they're apparently, I was really wanting seasonal puzzles. So this one is called All Hallows Eve, which is so fun. So it's 1,000 pieces. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. New York Puzzle Company is one of my favorites, and it's just so much fun. I like the little hot air balloon guy who's literally floating. Like, that's, I just love it so much. It's funny, I actually just noticed this pumpkin guy. So probably from like when I was 3 to when I was, I want to say like 7, because I remember the last year that I wore that costume, it was very small. But I wore this pumpkin costume my mom made, and I wore it for years, like year after year. And she had originally made it super big so I could put my winter coat underneath. And I remember just like I wore it for years, and I feel like I looked that round because I always had like a winter coat underneath. I just remember that. So I just noticed that it has a pumpkin guy, which is super funny. It's super fun. It's very just sweet, you know, it's a very sweet puzzle, and it's Halloween without it being scary, so I like it. And then next we have 2 Christmas puzzles. This one here is called the Peppermint Family, and it just gives me like warm fuzzies. So this is what this one looks like. It's just one massive Christmas tree covered in decorations, and they're decorating it. This actually, you know what this reminds me of? So before we moved to Maine, we had our house as our cottage. We actually went up there once for Christmas, and we had chopped down this massive tree. So my parents' house, which again was our cottage, has like, I want to say like 15-foot ceilings. And so we cut down this massive tree, my dad did, and he brought it in, and it actually went from like floor to all the way to the ceiling. So we actually had to get on our, so we actually had to go up onto the loft to like decorate the top half. It was a huge tree, and it looked very similar, but also we didn't have electricity at the time, so we used candles for the lights on the tree. We had popcorn, we had strings of popcorn, we had strings of cranberries, we had like cookie ornaments, we had other just like homemade ornaments, like the whole thing was just homemade. And so it was, I remember it being massive. I was also tiny, I was like 3 years old when this happened, so, well, I don't quite remember it probably the same way that people do. So that's what this tree is reminding me of. It's like that Christmas. My family was also very into like Charlie Brown Christmas trees because we always cut down our own in the middle of the woods, and it's always looked so much better in the woods. But this one, again, just has those Christmas vibes and just makes me happy, and I'm so excited for this puzzle. The next one I love so much too, which is called Christmas Balloon Ride. It's only 500 pieces, so definitely very doable. And you guys know my obsession with hot air balloons, and it is a Christmas hot air balloon. So look at that, it's so bright and colorful, and I feel like I'm really leaning towards the Janet Hill Advent Calendar. It's just so fun. I feel like their method of throwing out Christmas presents, not the best idea, because who knows what's happening down below, unless they have like some magical power that the presents are like going to people's houses. But I feel like just throwing presents off the balloon, probably not smart, but I like the image, super bright, colorful. Next, so if you are in my Facebook group, you already know this puzzle has entered my home. I'm again very happy and excited about it, and actually the brand is doing their next P&P event currently. So Soonness is a brand that is very eco-conscious. So what they do is these P&P events, almost like crowdfunding events. So they would have like maybe 3 or 4 images up, and you can like pre-order them, but if they don't meet a certain threshold, they're not going to produce them. So they only produce the ones that meet a certain threshold of how many people are buying them, and then they only make those ones. So it's a very sustainable way to do it, because then you're not like mass producing puzzles nobody's going to want, you know. But they also do a lot of other eco-conscious items as well with this style of puzzle. So I'm excited. I got this one during their first P&P event, mostly just because I was curious about it. They are expensive, so I wasn't quite sure if it was going to be worth the price. So it is an artist-based brand, so they definitely, I'm assuming, paying more for the licensing for the artist than traditional puzzle brands. That's totally me making it up, but I feel like that's what they're doing. And again, everything is very like thoughtful. So I got this one mostly because it was one that I was like kind of interested in. I feel like most of the ones that I wanted actually didn't pass, so they weren't produced, but this one did. So the one I got is called Supermarket, and it's super bright and colorful. All of Soonness's puzzles are 100% matte, which is awesome, but it's so fun. It's very Japanese style, has Japanese snacks, and very bright, colorful. I like when you are on their Instagram, they actually show the artists like painting these images, which is really cool. So you can see like it's a small company, you know, they're trying to do things very thoughtfully. And also inside, I just wanted to show it to you because they're pricey, so you should know what you're, I guess, getting into when you're buying them. But we have puzzle pieces in a paper bag, which is nice. You know, there's no plastic. And then they also provide a other paper bag to use for the pieces afterwards, which is also really cool. There's also a full-size poster, and then there's also a postcard of the same image. And I just feel like it's very thought out, you know? So I will say I like the image a lot, but I would have to really love the image to buy another one, just because of the price point. But I feel like this would be a really beautiful gift for a puzzle lover. You won't see a dedicated video on it, but you'll see it sometime in the far future of me doing this puzzle. Finally, let's go into the puzzles I got from Puzzle Canada. So I had done my Magnolia puzzle video, which, by the way, I love so many of the new Magnolia puzzles. Their website is officially back up and running with their new collection, and there's so many good ones. So I'll leave them down below if you're curious. But I purchased some puzzles from Puzzle Canada, or Canadian Puzzle, I forget what it's called, but I'll leave it down below. They do have free shipping after you hit a certain threshold, and they have a ton of different brands, so I'm excited to discover a new puzzle store. So I got 2, and I got 3 3D puzzles. I like 3D puzzles for the background, so I use it more for home decor. So I did get 3. So let's start with those first. The first one, I'm kind of annoyed that it came already assembled because I had to take it apart and then re-put it together to actually get the puzzle experience, but it is cute. It is a Coca-Cola can, and it's like the same size as a Coca-Cola can. And it's super cute, and it's definitely going to be cute as decor. It's only 40 pieces, so nothing crazy. The other 2 are very small as well. They're from the same brand. I don't know the brand name because I don't see it on the boxes. So the first one is a sphere puzzle, and it is Game of Thrones. So it has the world for Game of Thrones, and I just think it's super cool. I feel like it's going to look really neat. It's not many pieces. It's only 60 pieces. Again, not crazy, but we'll see. I've never done a circular puzzle, so we'll see. And then this one is the Harry Potter Golden Snitch. It's only 64 pieces. Again, pretty small, but I just love the concept. I feel like it's going to be cute decor. So I'll probably put these all in like one video, so we'll do them in the future. And then finally, the last 2 puzzles of the haul are 2 Magnolia puzzles. This first one, I just like this concept, and I feel like I've seen a few different brands do similar things, and I really like Magnolia. And so this one I got, it's 1,500 pieces. Difficult level is 3. Now, I don't think I've seen any other difficulty level other than 3 on their website. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know where they come up with it, because I feel like this one definitely looks a lot trickier than other ones that I've done. So this one is called 4 Seasons Tree, and it is just one image but 4 seasons, and I just like that image. I just like the concept. I feel like this one is going to be a lot trickier than like a cartoon puzzle because of the amount of foliage and leaves. But we'll see how it works out. I like it. I like the style. I've seen a few different versions of this. I know Schmidt has one that I was also interested in. But this one, I like the brand, so I got it. And then the final puzzle, another interesting choice. I like it. I don't know why I picked it. But it is called... This one is called Swans near Charles Bridge. And it is a photograph puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces. Doesn't look impossible. It's just, again, not quite my style. But it's pretty. It's just like swans in a lake. Beautiful sunset. Like, I love the sky. So I feel like the sky is going to be my favorite part. I don't think it's going to be really tricky because there's different layers and there's a lot happening. But it's just, again, not usually what I go for, but again, it will also be one that photographs really well. So they got me with image. It just looks pretty. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have so many puzzles that I don't know where they're going, but if you are interested in me doing a video on any of them, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more haul videos, I have a whole playlist, and if you would love to subscribe, that would be amazing. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you very soon. Bye!